There's a ritual there with a great big fire and the most horrific things happening after the mind control.
I should not have watched this alone. Tonight, we're back on TikTok and I'm gonna be exposing some of the darkest secrets you never knew existed. And I know what you might be thinking, Sean, haven't we exposed all the dark secrets already? Fortunately for you, I dug even deeper than we thought was possible. And these videos are probably some of the most disturbing yet. So make sure you watch till the end of the video because the mainstream will never show you this. And don't watch alone because this is gonna get terrifying. What's even scarier than the TikToks we're about to watch is the fact that 60% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos. Thank you.
Breaking news, a woman was caught putting razor blades inside of loaves of bread at Walmart. Over the course of more than a week, authorities say that Walmart received complaints that customers found razor blades inside of their loaves of bread that they had purchased from the store. And this was not just one single location, but multiple locations. It was a Walmart supercenter as well as a Walmart neighborhood market. The first complaint was made on December 5th at the supercenter, where the customer told employees that they had found a razor blade in their purchased loaf. A very similar complaint was then made on December 8th. Then 6 days later, on December 14th, another complaint was made, prompting employees to inspect the merchandise. That is when they discovered several additional loaves had been tampered with. On December 15th, 2 similar complaints were then made again. The incident occurred in Biloxi. Biloxi Police Department said that they do currently not believe any more stores have been targeted. However, they did say that any loaves purchased from Walmart stores within the city limits should be inspected. At this time, authorities have yet to determine a motive. Here is a look at one of the loaves of bread that contained the razor blade. Pause for a longer look. At this time, authorities have not disclosed how they were able to locate the suspect. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist below. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Okay, let's be for real. Who is waking up and putting razor blades in our bread? You know, I'm sure we all got upset, but who gets to the point where they're like, oh, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna put some razor blades in their bread. Like, come on, bro.
This woman convinced herself she needed human blood to survive the way other people need food. Starting in 1989, Brisbane's Tracy Wiggington started killing animals, storing their bodies, and their blood in private feedings before deciding she needed a living human victim. With 3 friends, she lured 47-year-old Edward Baldock into her car and drove him to a riverbank. The moment he stepped out, Wiggington ambushed him with a hunting knife so violently that investigators said the wounds were frenzied and his was sliced so deep his head was nearly. She crouched over him as he and drank from the blood pouring from the gash in his neck. Detectives later said the scene was so saturated with blood it looked ritualistic, and photos recovered from Wiggington showed she'd been staging mock sacrifices with her friends in the months leading up to the murder. When police searched her belongings, they also found jars of preserved animal remains and notebooks describing her goal of becoming a fully transformed vampire. She pleaded guilty and received life in prison, yet still walked free in 2012, leaving one of Australia's most senseless and sadistic murders behind her. This woman's life has been changed forever by a random horrific attack that lasted only a few seconds. 46-year-old Ashley Wazalewski was suddenly attacked without warning while walking near Forsyth Park in Savannah, Georgia, after attending a Christmas program at a nearby church on December 10, 2025. A stranger had approached her from behind and poured a corrosive chemical directly over her head, causing immediate catastrophic burns. The liquid ate through her clothing, burned deep into her skin, and was so caustic it melted a key fob in her pocket as it spread across her body. She suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns over more than half her body, including her face and scalp, and began screaming as her clothes started burning off her skin. The attacker didn't take anything from her and simply fled the scene within seconds. A good Samaritan rushed in to help as she wailed in agony and called her family. Wazalewski was quickly transferred to the Augusta Burn Center, where doctors say recovery will involve prolonged hospitalization, multiple surgeries, and permanent scarring. As of the latest updates, the attacker has not yet been identified or arrested.
My friend found this at our thrift store. Of course, finding this, an extremely human-looking mask at a thrift store, is downright terrifying. The caption underneath it reads, "We live in a super small valley, 3 towns like 1,800 people each maybe, and we put it on our local page to ask who donated it. No one has admitted to it yet. Some comments said death mask, etc. Any ideas?" Of course, the comments were ablaze. This mask just looks so real. Nobody even knew what to think. I don't even know what to think. I'm not a coroner or a taxidermist or anything of the sort, so my guess is genuinely as good as yours. I wish I was able to find some sort of sign that proves this is genuine or fake. The OP was able to post even more pictures of it, including the inside of the mask. Luckily in their search, somebody did reach out claiming to have another one, and yep, lo and behold, there's images of a second mask. The person who reached out told the OP that they dug it out of the dumpster from the thrift store, which is so strange.
Normal looking photos with disturbing backstories, part 2. This Snapchat was the last photo ever taken of Sydney Loof, a woman who was killed by her Tinder date. Her body was cut into 14 different pieces, and when it was brought back to the morgue, it was in 6 different bags. This man was transferring oxygen tanks for 12 boys and their coach. He didn't have enough oxygen for himself, however, and died after losing consciousness in one of the cave's passageways. This man is Issei Sagawa, an actual cannibal from Japan. This photo was taken by a Japanese magazine after he was released from prison for insanity. The man in this photo, Franklin Floyd, married a woman and had custody over her children while she was in prison for 30 days. The girl in this photo is one of her children, whom Floyd kidnapped to start a new life with. He left the other siblings behind, and after this photo was taken, he went to another state, changed both of their names, and claimed her as his biological daughter. Later, he went on to marry her.
Okay, I've heard a lot of plot twists in my life, but what the freak, bro? What do you mean you took this girl's daughter, made her your daughter, and then married her? What is wrong with you? This dude's gotta be a part of like the Diddy disciples.
Carl started inviting many of his famous friends to son. And that list includes some of the greats in comedy. On a typical night, Carl would slip into Rob's bed.
There is never, ever a context of a situation where saying something like that is funny. This is just the typical culture behind Hollywood. They seem to think these things are funny. And as they say, many things are said in jest. There are some very dark undertones within that industry. And this is just a prime example of it. So if they're saying things like this on stage in front of everyone, then what else are they doing when the cameras ain't rolling? There's a question for you. And to all those that say, oh, it's just comedy, oh, it's just a bit of fun, you are a big part of the problem.
Breaking news, the House Democrats have released 70 more photographs the day before the Epstein files are due to be released, including some of these photographs of what appear to be lines from the book Lolita on girls' feet and skin in various places. Very disturbing. They also seem to have passports from random people who I would assume are potentially people they trafficked, and multiple photos with Bill Gates, as you can see, as well as a drug that phenazepam, I believe that is for UTIs, and one more of Woody Allen, plus this photo of Jeffrey Epstein with girls, and another on the jet. There also appears to be a photograph of 2 bow and arrows, and some discussion of potentially trafficking.
That mother back there is not real.
Everything they teach you in school is a lie. You want the truth? The world is controlled by shadowy elites and shape-shifting lizard people.
I mean, I have always liked shapeshift.
The song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood.
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
Once you take a step back, take a deep breath, and really look at what's going on in the world, you start to realize this is all just one big game. The world is a lot darker and more sick than we could ever really comprehend or fathom. The majority of people think it's just like, oh, money laundering, some, petty crime. Like, no, this is some real life demonic stuff. Like, this is way darker and deeper than we could ever even wrap our heads around.
Yeah, where are these celebrities coming from? Or where are they being made? Do y'all know who this is? She don't even look like who she was back in the day. She looks completely different, y'all. What are they doing? Do you know who this is? Yeah, you probably didn't know that was Jessica Simpson either, y'all. Look at this montage from 2006 to the present moment of how different she looks. Look at this, right? From 2006 all the way up until like 2022, she looks the same. But after 2022, 2023, I believe, it's a completely different Jessica. It's like, what's going on in Hollywood? What is going on in Hollywood that these people are changing every single time? They'll go out into hiding for a little bit, and when they come out, completely different. Even to the point that their whole personality and aura is completely off. They're like a completely different person. You guys know about consciousness transfer, right? I'm not saying this is the case here with Jessica, but she looks completely different, you guys. Like, what is going on in Hollywood? It's not like I care, but the fact of the matter is, man, every single person that goes inside Hollywood, they come out different. They come out different, every single one of them. But look at this. Look, she starts to look a little different over here. 2021, right? 2022. What the hell, bro? She looking like Aerosmith, bro. She looks like. Did y'all see that? She looks like Aerosmith. Who is this? Who the hell is this? Who is that? What about this one? Ain't no way, bro. Are you kidding me? Did y'all see that? Y'all, this is 1 year difference. Not 2, not 3, not 4. 1 year. Who the hell is that? She looks more like Fergie than Jessica Simpson over here. Am I reaching, y'all? Look, even, I don't know, man, but something weird is going on in Hollywood. Let me know down in the comments below. Did y'all know this was Jessica Simpson? Let's get this shit, y'all. Peace in.
I really don't even know what's going on anymore. All these celebrities don't even look recognizable, and then you got all these people in the comments talking about some, can people not get older? Like, don't judge. Like, bro, let's be for real here. You act like bro just got a couple wrinkles. Who is that? Like, you see how I look right now. Imagine in my next video, I'm like, hey guys, it's Sean. I'm back. We're making a video. Let's watch. Like, I'm pretty sure most of you would be like, who the freak is that? Because that is not Sean. And, you know, you'd be perfectly justified because I'm not acting like myself. I don't look like myself. And then there's always going to be that one person that's like, come on, guys. Like, no, you... Like, maybe it is him. Like, no, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
Costco is facing a lawsuit over its popular rotisserie chickens. A group of shareholders filed the lawsuit against the company over its treatment in raising chickens.
You trust Costco with your family's dinner, but their meat undergoes a controversial process that's banned in several countries. Most shoppers have no idea this is happening right under their noses. The real question isn't what they're doing. It's why they're allowed to do it. You know that famous $5 rotisserie chicken at Costco? The one that's been the same price since Obama was president? Well, there's a juicy secret they don't want you knowing about. Costco injects every single rotisserie chicken with a phosphate solution before it hits those warming lights. Think you're buying pure chicken? Think again. You're paying for water with a side of poultry. This liquid injection makes each bird weigh significantly more, so you're essentially buying a sponge that's been soaked in chemical juice.
So there was this boy, he came out of a shipping container and he looked all like dehydrated, he looked super skinny, right? The reason why this boy was in the shipping container was because he played hide and seek with his friends.
Oh, and he got trapped.
They were playing hide and seek, right? He decided to go open a shipping container in Bangladesh. He went in. His friends took so long that he was like, alright bro, I'ma just take a nap until they find me. Boom. All you see, he wakes up. He's like moving. He's like, oh, I'm somewhere else now. He went from Bangladesh all the way to Malaysia. 6 days without food or water.
And light. He probably didn't have light in that.
Yeah. And there's a video going around where he comes out, he's like this, is like, you can see his bones and like that.
Can you even survive 6 days? I swear you can only survive like 5 days with food, fam.
Yeah, so even though he survived, he's getting care right now.
Yeah.
All the doctors are like, how the did he survive this? Like, he went 6 days, no food, water.
His mentality is different.
He's built different, bro. He got that dog and all.
The elite have hunting safaris for humans. Watch this.
This is so disturbing. So disturbing. I don't know if many of you are seeing these articles that are coming out about Italy investigating what they're calling sniper safaris. You see pictures of rich people going to Africa to hunt lions and zebras and rhinos and giraffes and all of these different animals, and it's super messed up. Well, Italy is investigating that in the 1990s, wealthy people from the US, the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Russia were flying to Bosnia, an active war zone, specifically Sarajevo, a besieged city, an active war zone, to hunt human beings.
Lock them up.
Wealthy people were paying $90,000 and above to go hunt civilians for fun.
They need to be prosecuted.
And they were paying extra to hunt children. People flying from different countries to an active war zone to hunt human beings. Human children.
When you hear about stuff like this, it really makes you lose faith in humanity. But just remember, not all humans, most humans are not like this. No, seriously, everybody who participated in this needs to be brought to justice. Stuff like this is definitely still going on. Epstein Island was just the tip of the iceberg. Stay weird.
You got all the money in the world. You could buy houses. You could buy cars. You know, you can go to Hawaii. You can get tacos. Like, bro, you could be on a tropical island drinking out of one of those coconuts with the straws like in the movies. But no, we're going to go to a foreign country and just take out the civilians because we're bored.
How many of you still remember this video, the one where a woman was trapped forever in a different dimension? It happened in Tennessee. She discovered that when two mirrors in her house were placed face to face, they created infinite reflections. But from one specific angle, the round mirror showed something impossible. A massive, pure white warehouse, silent and empty, like an abandoned supermarket. Then came the real horror. When she reached out to touch the mirror, her hand passed straight through. That meant the space behind it was real. So she grabbed her camera and stepped inside. The warehouse was endless, shelves perfectly aligned, lights painfully bright. Every word she spoke echoed like she was inside a gigantic void.
Hello? 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 How far does it go? What is this place?
She walked deeper and deeper, but the rows never ended. And right at that moment, the mirror in her house suddenly fell. The video cut off instantly. After that day, the woman vanished from the world. All that remains is this footage no one can explain. So tell me, where do you think she went? Another dimension? Or was she erased from reality itself?
You got some girlfriends?
No, not right now.
You ever been, I mean, at your age, when I was your age, I had been rejected at least 3 times by girls. You ever been rejected?
Not really, no.
I mean, when you like a girl, she likes you, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're a lucky guy. Thanks.
When you grow up in Hollywood, this is how it starts. Not with scandals or headlines, but with questions that don't belong to children, asked on camera and laughed off as cute. This interview wasn't about answers. It was about normalising discomfort. Different decade, same formula. Look at Brooke Shields, Shirley Temple. Even recent stars have admitted growing up inside a system that has blurred boundaries early. And that is how the industry protects itself, by making it feel normal at first. And once it's normal, no one questions it. Can you name any others? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
There's a ritual there with a great big fire and the most horrific things happening. I was now having surgeries that was after the mind control. I was in the persona that was being created in the mind control. I was a future star. I also had my first performance during that week. That was part of my induction into the cult. And I was sleeping with all these men and then at the same time reporting on their sexual preferences or their weaknesses.
These are the people that we all look up to. Well, I don't, but these are the people that most people call stars. And you do realise they have to tell you these things because they don't want no karmic retribution, so they'll pass it off as comedy. But let's be honest, it's a bit strange, innit? Everything about that industry is bizarre, and everyone laughs and jests. If only they knew the truth, that's all I'm gonna say.
Did you all see this right here? This is Heidi Klum's Halloween costume, y'all. But is it just me, or does this look a little too realistic? I don't know. You tell me what is going on here. Maybe there is nothing to this at all, because at the end of the day, it's just a Halloween costume, right? Right? I don't know what's going on here. This is very creepy stuff. Again, this is very bizarre. Very strange indeed. And I know I can't be the only one out there that finds this to be a little bizarre, a little strange. I mean, again, this looks very, very realistic, doesn't it? Almost as realistic as Kim Kardashian's Halloween costume, right? Right? What do you think?
There's a real medical mystery where people were found burned to ash, and the craziest part is the fire came from within their own body. For centuries, police and doctors have documented something that shouldn't be possible. People found in their homes reduced almost entirely to ash, their bones fragmented, their internal organs destroyed. But here's what makes this terrifying. The room around them is untouched. Curtains don't burn, furniture inches away is fine. Sometimes even paper beside the body is still intact. In one case, only a person's legs remain, still wearing socks. In another, the body burned so hot that the floor beneath it melted, but nothing else did. No accelerants, no gas leaks, no electrical fires. Doctors ruled out murder. Fire investigators ruled out accidents. And this happened to dozens of people across different countries, different centuries, and different lifestyles. The leading explanation is called the wick effect, but it doesn't explain the temperatures recorded or how the fire starts in the first place, which leaves the question no one wants to ask. If the human body can burn itself, what exactly is the ignition source? Because whatever caused these deaths didn't come from the room, it came from inside the person. Stay weird.
Okay guys, pretty major breaking news. They have finally found the suspect in the Browns University mass shooting after nearly a week-long manhunt, but they found him dead. And this one gets a little bit strange. So they've identified the suspect as 48-year-old Claudio Neves Valente, who is a Portuguese national and a former student at Browns University nearly 25 years ago. Now, police say that after he allegedly carried out this mass shooting at the university, he managed to get away. They also believe that he was the individual who then killed an MIT professor outside of his home in Boston 2 days later. Now, there's a lot of speculation whether these two cases were linked, but now it seems to be confirmed. Police believe they are. Now, the shooter was found dead in a storage facility in New Hampshire from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Let me tell you, there's a lot of questions surrounding this case now. Firstly, what was this man's motive for carrying out a mass shooting at his former university, which ultimately left 2 students dead and 9 more injured? And secondly, what was his motive for killing an MIT professor who is a world expert in nuclear fusion science, which, for context, if one day cracked, could provide unlimited clean energy and could one day allow electricity to become cheap and abundant. Police did say that the shooter and the MIT professor had studied at the same university in Portugal in the late 1990s. But yeah, really strange one, but I'll keep you guys updated as we know more. Yeah, I'm not buying it. You know, maybe if he was involved in like a group and they strategically planned this out, yeah, I can understand. But this dude alone does not look like he's carrying out 2 high caliber missions like this. But you know, that's just me. You guys let me know what you think in the comments.
So Talil speaks on the SA allegations. And what did I tell y'all? It's some weird shit going on, fool. Something just ain't right. I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna play a little bit of the clip. If you wanna watch the whole thing, you go out there to the tube or the gram, fool.
Jordan has claimed that she was sexually assaulted at Extreme Awards after party. That did not happen. Jordan, I try to blackmail you, Jordan. Jordan, I try to blackmail you, Jordan. How, Chad? How? Look at what they say, Chad. Jordan sent me Jordan requested 12,000 and then in the note it says for playing with me. And I try to blackmail her. She's trying to extort me, gang. She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro. That shit is fucked up.
Fucked up,
She's fucking lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I got a fucking niece.
Told y'all.
I got a mother. I got a fucking sister. She fucking trying to blackmail me.
Y'all, when I say he went into details, he went into details. And for all the people that was like, why don't he come on the gram or why don't he come on social media to clear his name? I told y'all, when it comes to SA, that's nothing to play with. He did the right thing. He went to go get his lawyer. And his lawyer told him what he can and cannot put on social media because that shit finna get handled. But instead of just blobbing, he came with the receipts that he was allowed to use. So from my vantage point on what I think, I believe Talil was not lying. But like I said, it's all gonna get worked out in the courts. But you could tell he wasn't reading off no script. Everything was everything. And he didn't just blab. he backed it up.
So Max Headroom, if people don't know, was a character back in the 80s. Now, what was he? He was actually AI. He was the first AI character.
Oh, hold on.
This is where it gets spooky. He came out in around 85, and a couple years later, there was a broadcast interrupted in Chicago in 1987. So this broadcast got interrupted with this guy with this Max Headroom mask on. And it was like, you know, it was very weird. There was no audio, but he was like doing all this weird stuff. And it was about 30 seconds. And people were like, what was that? So it cut off, right? Now, a couple hours later, on a different channel, happens again. Same guy, right? But now you can hear him. He's saying things and there's buzzing sounds. And then even it ends in him getting spanked by some woman or something. It was all this weird shit.
What?
Yeah. So here's the thing. For one, the date it happened on, November 22nd. What date is that? November 22nd is the same day that JFK died. That's weird. That's one. Here's the thing. The first broadcast that they interrupted, the time was 9:14. The second one was at 11:15. So you have 9/11. Guess what channels they were?
Not 9/11.
Channel 9 and Channel 11.
Get the fuck out of here.
They knew something.
Yeah.
And here's the cherry on top. So that's some time travel shit, right? The first broadcast that they interrupted was a show by the name of Doctor Who. And Doctor Who is what?
Fucking
has stuff to do with sci-fi, time travel, alien, all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, no. Time travel. Time travel. It's gotta, it's something. It's not nothing.
Because what type of technology do you have back in the 80s to interrupt a TV station?
Cannibal facts that'll eat at you for days. Part 2. 71-year-old Tamara Samsonova ate at least 11 people and kept a diary detailing her crimes. She's been dubbed the Granny Ripper, and this CCTV footage shows her carrying the head of one of her victims in a saucepan. In 2008, a man on a packed Greyhound bus named Vince Lee and beheaded another 22-year-old passenger. He proceeded to and eat his body in front of the other people on the bus. In 2008, Joe Matheny was sentenced to death after 8 people, turning their meat into hamburgers and selling them to unsuspecting customers. This photo shows the survivors of the 1972 Andes plane crash. The passengers resorted to cannibalism to survive 72 days in the snow. If you look closely at the ground, you'll see a spine picked clean next to the guy on the right. In 1928, Albert Fish met up with his friend with the intention of killing and eating him. However, when he was introduced to the guy's 10-year-old sister Grace, he decided to eat her instead. After, he sent a letter to their parents saying that she tasted sweet and tender.
So this dude said, you know, I'm hungry, I'm just gonna eat my homie. Actually, never mind, I'm just gonna eat your little sister. Oh, and then I'm gonna write a note to your parents saying how great it was. Jail, bro. No, not even jail. There's not even a punishment for this kind of guy. Like, we need to start getting creative. Jail is not enough.
Yeah, that's not a good look for Apple, y'all. And if you got Apple, you might want to pay attention. If you use Apple AirPlay, like I do sometimes, you can be exposed, just like I'm probably exposed right now. Cybersecurity researchers just revealed a group of serious security flaws called Airborne. And they affect millions of Apple AirPlay enabled devices. So that means my device, maybe your device too, because they said millions. We're not just talking about the iPhone though, y'all. We're talking about the iPads, the MacBooks, the Mac TV, anything that got to do with Apple that can use the Apple AirPlay. So according to the researchers, if the hackers is on the same Wi-Fi as you, they can control your Apple AirPlay and then they can put little codes into it. Hack off. Y'all be careful when you at a hotel or a motel at the airport, anywhere that got free Wi-Fi. Be careful getting on that junk, fool. Just letting y'all know. They say some of these hackers are so good, they don't even need you to click the link. They can just boom. Oh, just to be on the safe side, if you use Apple Play like me, turn it off. Because that's what Apple is saying right now until they fix the problem. Hey, y'all stay aware, fool. If you want to be updated on all news, you already know what to do. Hit that follow button. I don't just talk about one thing, I talk about many other.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
Come on, dogs. He said it, not me. Come on. Who's that? Huh? Who is that guy right there? Because that doesn't look like Kanye, son, straight up. Who's that? Who is that? To be honest with you, bro. Because he said it a long time ago, and he's been saying it for a while now, that if he ever goes missing, you know why. Why? Because I don't even know. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes. I don't know what people are talking about. That's Kanye West, new and improved. Shut up! Listen, what I told you. Once you they CL you on the spot, they waste no time. Because they know, just in case you get out of line, you disappear, and a new one appears. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. All you guys, you know what time it's in. Shut up! I'm just playing around, guys. That's Kanye West. That's him. Cleaner. Remember, guys, he was just missing recently, right? I remember his ex-wife saying that she haven't seen him in a while. Now all of a sudden he's back. And he's moving like Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. All you guys, you know what time it's in. Shut up! But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever see that Kanye West in the streets, and I say, hey, yo, Kanye, and he turns around, he talks to me, and he gives me a funny vibe, you know what time is it?
I don't think y'all ready for this one. Do y'all remember these cookies, right? These cookies, I'm sure some of you guys are eating some right now because it's the holidays. These cookies will show up for 2 to 3 months, right, for the holidays, and then they would disappear like they never existed until the next year again, right? And my wife would like to know why, and I want to know why as well too. But besides the point, well, you won't believe where these things are being made at, y'all. And after you see this video, you're definitely gonna go return this and never look at this ever again, because why was they always in our faces like this? Every store we went to, why?
Okay, so I came to Walmart today just to see if this was real. You see this? Do you see this big box of like cookie things? These? And it says, product of India. Product of India, right there. I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're ready for this.
Why America gets other products from other countries and bring them over here to our country, and then we find out things like this? Because this is not the first time. And you guys do know America outsources majority of its food, right? Like majority of the stuff that you're eating doesn't come from America. So why is that? And America is the most poisoned country or nation in the world. So are these other countries purposely doing this to us? And why is that? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. But this right here, y'all shouldn't be celebrating. Again, the holidays are over. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, share for more videos like this. Let's get it, y'all. Peace in.
The Twin Towers are an 11. Flight 11 was hijacked. New York is the 11th state. There were 11 crew members on the flight. 911 adds up to an 11. Pillars are an 11 with the black and white checkered board. Black and white add up to 11. Black is matter, white is spirit. Is this some kind of ritual or just a coincidence? These are all symbols. The Roman numerals for 911 look like this. Saturn's code is 911. Another symbol for Saturn is the black cube, a symbol of death, stillness, coldness, and darkness. That's why the 911 memorial uses the black cube. We live in a world surrounded by black cubes. Saturn is Satan. When the Bible says Satan, who is the god of this world, has blinded the minds of those who don't believe. This is what it means. They want to trap human consciousness inside the black cube. That's why we say think outside the box. When I realized this, I had already been trapped inside for a long time. Not my body, but my mind. It had been caged in an invisible cube. Until I read this book, the Book of Wisdom.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots, and we're going to be on to the next one. Thank you.